Good evening, everyone. It's 8:15 in the evening. Do you know where your bonsai trees are? Today is 9/19 of 2022. It's Monday. It's 71 degrees Fahrenheit or 22 degrees Celsius. Ronin told me, give it a shot, Tom. So I'm going to, Ronin from the Rising of Ronin Bonsai. I'm going to give it a shot, Ronin. Let's see what I can do with it. He told me to try a Premna microphylla, or it's called, in layman's terms, a Japanese musk maple. It's from the regions of Africa, South Asia, northern Australia, and the islands in the Pacific and in the Indian Ocean. It likes temperatures that grow best at 77 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, or 25 to 32 degrees Celsius. They say do not let the temperatures go below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, or 10 degrees Celsius, but if the tree's in a dormant state where it loses all its leaves, then it'll take a light frost. I bought it from shilleysbonsai.com, SCHLEYS bonsai.com. Let me bring it in so you can see it. And it's under cuttings and seedlings, and I got it for $15 plus shipping. And wait till you're gonna say, Tom, all these little things are small, but hey, this place gave a nice little tree. Look at this. This is the Premna microphylla, or microphylla, phylla, something like that. So it comes in just a standard ordinary pot, and I might have a bonus with another one here. I don't know until we dig it out, because Ronin's, I mean, he's got fantastic trunks on these. I mean, he also has a friend that ships to out of state, so if you ever want to order one, give it a shot. If you're in the States, try Shilley's, because that's the cheapest I found them, because every place else wants like $75 to $100 and something dollars. Some are $50. But I mean, it's just a cutting. That's all you need to start out with. You don't have to go big. You don't have to go extravagant. So let's take it out of the pot and let's see what we got here. Let me get this out of the way. And it's a nice looking tree. I don't know what we got here, but let's go for it. I'm going to do my underwater root raking, because I think it'll help me get everything separated real nice. So what did I do with my chopstick? Here it is. So let's see what we got here. And when you do it underwater, it comes apart real easy. I hope that's right, Tom, because right now it's giving you a little bit of trouble, but hey, it's getting there. Now this might be a nice little extra cutting, or is it rooted? Ho, ho, hody, ho, ho, hody, ho, ho, ho. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. Look at it. They must have stuck another piece in there just in case this other one didn't take, but it took. So right now we're just getting all the roots free from the old soil the best we can. And it comes out real easy when you do it underwater. We can see where the base of the tree starts. Now there's a dead stump there, but this stump has roots growing on it. So let's give that a try. Hey, you never know. You never know unless you try. So let's keep working this out. What I should have did is get a piece of something deep, which I didn't do. Don't forget, this is unrehearsed. Okay, Tom, we got a... No, that doesn't work. Let's see what else we got. Gotta have patience with me because I'm all discombobulated here. We'll get our cup. just a regular cup. We'll get Mr. Elephant going. And yes, Freddie and me and Mr. Elephant says hello. See how nice he pours into a nice little stream there. So, we'll take these little cuttings here and stick them in here. Hey, why not? Let's give them a shot. You never can tell. If we got time, I'll do it on screen. But first, because we're going to have a lot of cuttings from this, and we're getting the roots out nice. Now, Ronin, he doesn't do nothing fancy. He just he recycles old-fashioned all his pots. He recycles paper, plastic cups, or water bottles. He cuts them and uses them to root his plants. So he's pretty good. You should see some of the trunks he has on him. I mean, they're pretty neat. He does a good job. Look at how nice. See, when you do underwater root raking, look at that. Just like that. Just like that. Look at the nice roots on this cutting. And this is a cutting for $15. Look at how nice that is. I'm going to leave it in the water for now because Tom said, Tom, I thought you do the trimming of the plant up on top of the inside the pot before you do anything. Well, I should have, but I didn't. So I'm going to try to make this as the leader here. Let's see if you can see it. Let's get that in a little closer. I'm going to take the side branch off because this can be another good another cutting to try and root. Because according to Ronin, these root easy for him. So Ronin, we're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to cut a little bit below here. And this one, I can make this as the leader. But maybe we can have this as a windblown look. But it is big. So, Tom, what are we going to do? Let's cut it here. And we got a lot of cuttings right here. And you can see how everything is nicely growing. So this can be our leader. This one's a little kookadookadooku. So we're going to go for broke. Right there. Now we're going to cut the roots because I got a bigger pot. And the reason why I got a bigger pot is because I want this one to take off. So we're just going to cut the roots like that. Now don't be afraid to give it a shot. Roland says this is a good one to try. Now look at this. Root coming straight up. So we're going to take this one and off it goes. So we got a nice little tree here. Let's see if you can see better. Let's put our water down. And when Ronan does it, it comes out good. So Ronan, I hope I do you justice in meeting give it a shot. So this pot here, because it's not going outside for the winter, you can see how it's indented in the bottom there. So I'm going to put these screens on the top. But I'm also going to take the sphagnum moss and put it into them corners. And the reason I'm doing that, the reason I'm doing that is to suck up whatever water's in there out of there when it goes into those little valleys, and also be able to give the roots a little start. So it'll act like a sponge and wick it up out of the soil so it doesn't get a pool of water there. Okay. There we go. So now we're going to take our cactus mix, our black gold from Sungro, S-U-N-G-R-O. I like this soil. And put it in. It would help if I, there we go. Put it in. Well, it's got some little rocks, but what are you going to do? So we're going to get our Mikus from Extreme Gardens, and we're going to take our root system and have it like a nice radial root base. But we're going to put it and see how high it is into the pot. Just like that. And we're going to put our Mikus in there. Get it all onto the roots to get the beneficial bacteria working in there. There we go. Remember, it's not fertilizer. Okay, so now we get another cup. Let's see if we can, it's on a slight angle, so we're going to hold it like that. Ronin's trees are looking something really good because you can get a stump like this and it'll root for him on this Premna. So let's get that there. Get our chopstick, get it into the root system. Now give it a shot. You want to give something a shot? Give it a shot. Give a Premna a shot. Hey Ronin, wish me luck on this, buddy. Never did one like this. Needs warm temperatures, a lot of light. I'm not going to work on the roots yet because it's almost winter time, and this is the best time to start transplanting. Well, in landscape school, that's what we learn. Fall is good because spring is good because the roots grow and the tops grow, but in the fall, what grows? Your roots. It's got a nice cool nights. The roots are able to grow. So that'll be good for the tree to get it on its way for next year. There we go. Just like that. And I don't have my squirt bottle. Oh yeah, I do. There we go. Just like that. So let's give it a little spritz. And with the Sungro, you don't have to give it much. Come on, Mr. Elephant. Let's give it a shot. There we go. Look how nice it drains in. The noise in the background is Kevin playing. Kevin the cat. There we go. We got a lot of cuttings here. A lot of cuttings. Don't be afraid to fire your fingers into the soil to get it in. Remember, it doesn't hurt. Just fire your fingers in there and get that everything nice and into the sides. So we got it. Oh, we don't want to lose that. There we go. Now I can probably snip this root on it. Get that root out of the way. And I don't know if it'll grow from a root, but we'll find out. I mean, on our cuttings there, let's see what we can do with them. I mean, we got a lot here. There. Just like that. Don't be afraid to try. So there we go. Now, cuttings. Let's see, I gotta put the pot on the floor. No, we can put it over here. Because I got this pot. Another training pot. So let's get our soil in there. So we got the roots. And we can, let's see, we got this big one here. And this little one. So I don't know if that little one's going to root. I mean, if it's going to grow. Okay, so we got an aerial root there that we don't need. I'll take that off. And then we got a tap root, or a cutting where it's at over here. So I'm going to just go to here. And we got a nice little root base there, and we got a little root here. So let's see what we can get. Can we get a little forest out of this? Look at the nice root coming out of this one. So we can put 3 in there. This will be our backdrop, this one here. Let me fill up my cup. And just get it there. Put some more soil in there. When it's dry like that, we can get them in. That's a nice little, that might grow into a little tree. And then we're gonna see, don't be clumsy, Tom, if this root's gonna grow too. So we're gonna put that one in here too, just like that. There. And then we're gonna take a little bit of our micos and hit it in. I gotta make this bottle cap a little, there we go, a little bit open more. Remember, Nikos is not a fertilizer. It's for beneficial bacteria. Okay, so we got that in. The root. Got some good cuttings here. Good cuttings to try out. So let's see if this root's gonna grow. I don't know. Let's try it out. Got nothing to lose. I got 2 parts that might grow. They got roots on it and they're trying to grow, so why not? Why not give it a shot? Yeah, Ronin, we're doing it, buddy. And it's a super easy plant. The way he gets them growing, he roots them in these little cups. And the bottles, he just cuts them. The water bottles, pokes some holes in there, and that's his rooting container. So why not? Best to recycle. Get our spoon. There we go. Just like that. Mr. Bottle. There we go. Mr. Elephant. Man, Mr. Elephant, you're doing a big watering job today. What's that you say? Today's comedy night? Yeah, well, everybody knows it's Monday night. It's comedy night. There we go. Now, Ronin doesn't use rooting hormone on these because these roots real good for him. There, so we got another one done. So here's the root. Here's the other one with the long root. Here's this one. Now, what are we going to do, Tom? We got a lot of cuttings here. But I'm not going to use the sun gold because, well, I might have to. I don't know what I did with the sand. Tom, you're discombobulating everything. I might have it out there. Well, you gotta hold on for me and I'll be right back. This is live and unrehearsed. I'm back. I'm back. So, there's my sand. We're gonna try the sand. That's the best I got to do right now. You're gonna say, Tom, there's holes in there. The sand's gonna roll right out. Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Put this here. Get Pinkie Pie. Put some water in here. So everything soaks. And then we're going to take our sand. This is torpedo sand. It's a nice coarse sand. And we're going to, this is what we're going to do to root our plants, our cuttings. Just like that. Just put it in. The sand's still nice and moist. If you can see what I'm doing, get out of your way. Just like that. Then I'm going to take my tall cup, push the sand in. Take my little one. Push it in, push, 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 get it in there nice and tight. Fire them fingers in there and just do it. Just like when you're a kid playing in the sandbox. What, Mr. Elephant? Yep, yep. Found a great comedy show on old time radio. It's Phil Harris and Alice Faye. Very good. Good comedy show. So if you get a chance, go on YouTube, you can pull that up. Okay, so we got our sand in. Just like that. We're going to see how the cuttings root, because for Ronin, they root like wildfire. So let's give it a shot. As Ronin says, Tom, let's give it a shot. Okay, so we got this one. There's the brain. There's a little growth going there. We don't want that. And we're going to stick this one in the deep pot. And you can see how nice and quick it went in there. And we got it sitting in the water. So that one went in nice. Okay, Tom, where's the bottle? Here it is. Get that sand all wet so it goes in good. Now let's get Pinkie Pie over here. She can give it a nice little watering better than I can with that. That's why I use a dish. The dish is from the dollar store. Well, $1.25 now. And see, by watering it in, you can see where the pockets are. So, get your hands, fire your hands into that sand. Just pretend you were a kid. You're a kid again. Why not? Playing in the sandbox when you were a kid. There we go. Just like that. And for this little guy, I can't get in there with my fingers, so I'll put a little more in there like that. Don't be afraid. Try something different. And if you fail at a cutting, you failed, and you figure out what did I do wrong. So there we go. Okay. This is like a barbell. So, get my root pruning, well, take my ironwood, and you can see this has a nice little trunk here, and you can see how green it is. So we're just gonna, you can see the node or the brain right there. So we're just gonna cut below, and then we're gonna cut this big leaf off, and then we're gonna cut right above here. I'm gonna cut this leaf and plop it into the sand. There we go. And then we'll take a little more sand later. And that should dry and hold it. Yep, see? There, just like that. Okay, let's see what we got. We got a nice thick branch here. So, will this root? I don't know, but we can give it a shot because we got one growth point right here. So we're going to give it a shot right above. And you can see where I cut it. There's the node, the brain. And in we go into the sand. Push it in deep, firm it in. Now we're going to take another one right here. Okay. Now it's got a nice little bend to it. And then it's got another, for growing clip, it's got a nice bend. And then you got one coming up this way, so we're going to cut these little ones off. And we're going to cut it right above here. So we get a nice little natural bend. And you can see this is where the brain is. So we're going to take the two pieces that are growing there out. And we're going to stick it right into the sand. Remember, firm it in. You got to fire them fingers into the sand and firm it in. Okay, let's get another one here. We're going to try some of these thicker ones and see what we get. So we're going to cut right above the node there. There's a 45 here. So when we cut that big branch off, we're going to take that off and cut this right about here. And let's see what we got. Something different. Should we take that? We're going to take this big piece off. And we're going to let this one be our starting point. So let's see what it does. There. Get that in there good. I'm going to have to put some more sand in there. Okay, this guy, let's see what we got here. Let's cut some of these leaves. There we go, look at this. We can cut right above here. Take this big leaf off right here. And this little bump right here, that's our brain. So we're going to cut right below it. Close to as 45 as we can. Put that in here. And this is a nice piece, nice cutting. So we're going to cut this leaf off, and this leaf off, and this top piece. Put it there. We don't want these real big leaves, so we're going to cut them in half. Just like that. There's our brain. Cut below the brain. Put it in. Just like that. Remember, you got to have a good contact with the sand. I should have left this open a little bit so I can fill this guy up. I'm going to say, Tom, that's a little bit too deep. Well, I don't know. Let's give it a shot. You got nothing to lose. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But we got to give it a shot. Now this one's nice, but this one's going in a bad direction. Take that off. We'll take this dead piece off there. Now this is growing straight up. Got a nice little trunk, so we can get something a little bit bigger. So we're going to cut this piece off right here. There's our brain right below the brain. And then we're going to stick it towards the back. All the way in. Remember, push it in. Look at that deep hole we got there. Uh-oh. The reason why that one's got a deep hole is because it broke. So we can't use that part. So we got this one in. I probably pressed too hard on this one. Let's see if I can... Nah, we ain't gonna fix it. We got plenty of other stuff. Here's a nice little piece. So we're just gonna strip it like that. We're gonna cut above here. Allow for a little dieback. We're gonna cut these big leaves off. Just like that. So we got the brain going there. We got a nice little starting point here. Push that in. Hold it. There we go. I should have held it when I was pushing it, but what are you going to do? That's life. Here's a nice strong thick one. So I'm going to take that off. And then we're going to take and cut right below the brain again. Cut the leaves off. Just like that, because we want it to root. We're going to cut these big ones in half. A little more than half. Stick that in there. There we go. See, easy to do. Easy breezy to do. I'm going to take these off. These leaves off. And then we're going to cut this. We're going to find a little stump with your fingers. You can feel it. Just cut right below that. And stick it in. There we go. We got something nice. And I can't find another. Oh, I know what we can do. Something different. Root and lava rock. Ha-ha. That's where I drilled a hole in there. Or not lava rock. This is featherstone. Featherstone sucks up moisture. So we're going to try that. And let's find out if we can get some of our sand in there. And we got to find a nice piece to put in there to give it a shot. There we go. Just like that. A lot of mess here. And we can either use this one, or let's see what we got on this one here. We got a nice strong growth here, so I'm going to use that. See what time. Oh my god, the video's going too long for you guys. Whew. So there we go. We're going to stick that into here. And then we're going to go from there. So I don't want it too long. I don't want to bore you. The other ones, I'll see if I can find another little cup and I'll put them in. But that's the basis of what we're going to try to do. We'll see what happens. This is good and heavy. So hopefully they'll root. I don't know. They root real good for Ronin. So Ronin, fingers crossed, buddy. So we're going to give it a shot. As Ronin says, give it a shot. So today's Monday night, cup of tea, comedy night. Try Phil Harris and Ellis Faye. Good comedy team. Take care, everybody, and have a good night.